And
Love
he just kept
it.
screaming, be quiet, be quiet. You're fake news. And look, every accusation is a confession, because then he uttered this out of his mouth. He says, you're nothing but loud and boisterous and fake news. Yes, that's who you are. Pedo in
Mirror,
chief, you are loud. Well, and welcome to another episode of Not Your Podcast. It's me, Christina with the T, and of course, my very loud liberal friend V. Hey, baby.
Hey, sweetheart. How are ya?
Well, just making fun of the fatback who once again had a moment of dementia sundowning and started yelling at the press in the Oval Office, dear. Quite unhinged.
Girl.
We're used to seeing him refuse to answer questions and tell them to be quiet and all of that and declare fake news, but it was a little different today. His face was red, and it
Beet
almost looked
red.
like he was going to come up out of the chair,
Oh,
and he wouldn't
man.
stop saying it, because this time the press did not shut up because he said so. She kept trying to ask the question.
And I love it.
Yes,
I
baby.
love
Well, he understands. Quiet. Who are you with?
I'm with CNN.
Fake news.
I
You're
just wanted
fake
to follow
news.
up on this out-
You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news.
I was
Be
trying
quiet.
to find out if
Be
you had
quiet.
been talking
Be
to Kim
quiet.
Jong Un, if he had asked you
You're a
to
fake
scale back
reporter, and you
on the
report fake
military
news.
exercises.
Go ahead.
And he just
it.
kept screaming, be quiet, be quiet. You're fake news. And look, every accusation is a confession, because then he uttered this out of his mouth. He says, you're nothing but loud and boisterous and fake news. Yes, that's who you are. Pedo in
Mirror,
chief, you are
mirror.
loud and boisterous and fake news. That's exactly who you
Girl.
are. That's
Girl.
exactly who you are.
I mean, he's getting worse and worse every single time that he comes out in front of the press. He's just gotten so bad with, just the other day when they were like, the people were on the deployment for too long, not long enough, and he just kind of like tosses his hair, tosses his wig over his shoulder, and continues to walk. Everything that he's doing and the way that he's acting is just showing the signs of dementia are really, really settling in.
He has no control over his frontal lobe, so it's getting harder for him to pretend that he cares.
Right. It was just like the other day when he was talking in front of all those people, and he was going on and on about the pretty girls.
People are thanking me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. No, these young, beautiful girls, these young, beautiful girls in the White House, they come in. Now, I'm not supposed to say beautiful, but what the hell? These gorgeous, beautiful girls, they want to be safe. And
I mean, he's just saying whatever is in his head, he's allowing it to come out, and he's going to tell on himself.
And they always brush comments that he makes like that off. But grown men who don't touch children don't say beautiful young girls.
Right?
They would
It's
say
just
beautiful women. He always refers to them as girls. Even in his attempts to be flattery, it's demeaning.
It's very, very demeaning.
Y'all hear that thunder?
I heard it. Was that what that was?
Yes. It is throwing down in my neck of the woods, dear.
Girl.
So if we glitch a bit, that's on my side. Dear, if we pull a Mitch and just... it's because I'm currently in a severe weather threat for the evening.
Damn.
So that'd been my Wi-Fi.
That'll be crazy.
Not Mitch fucking with me, honey. That'd be the Wi-Fi. Have we heard anything from Mitch?
Girl, no.
No, he's
no,
still
girl.
MIA. I wonder if he's been watching Daddy Dumpy Pants' Not So Trooms.
It is
honey.
Looney
I'm just
Tunes.
tired. I'm tired.
It's Looney Tunes. That's what you meant. Not so Looney Tunes is what you meant, right?
Be watching his not so tunes, honey. He be jamming with some AI slop, baby. Just
Oh my God, girl. But
honey,
what
he
the
posted
hell
an
is
AI
happening over
slop
there?
video paid for by the taxpayer of the US of A of him walking through his imaginary ballroom having an imaginary conversation with George Washington.
Looking at his little paper and like, oh, he should have just handed it to George while he was at it, and George could have taken it and made some notes on it. Like,
It's
what are we
hard.
talking
It's so
about?
hard for people like me that know history that the last thing on George Washington's mind was building ballrooms. As a matter of
Right.
fact, the reason he, wanted to come over here and start a new government and country is because the king was spending the peasants' money building fucking ballrooms.
Right. Wasn't he like a much more simple, much more reserved, much more just not
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Not about
yeah.
that.
And that's not taking, of course he owned slaves and blah blah
Of
blah and all
course.
that stuff too.
Yes.
But
Yes, yes.
but just in general, yeah, he was trying to start a country to rail against ballrooms and religious oppression and kings. And
All of
here,
it. If he's not
if
sitting
he
there
was alive today, he would have pulled
oh,
out
girl.
Donald Trump's fake teeth and made himself some teeth.
Girl, for real.
Like,
For
let's
real.
just be real about it. Let's just be. Why the Republicans are railing against democratic socialism, I guess they forgot about FDR and his entire platform being socialism.
Right.
Is
Right.
they rail against progressives here and then in the same breath talk about how great Teddy Roosevelt was. I think it's only fair that the American people understand that Teddy Roosevelt was a progressive.
He did.
It was
I
called the
just
Bull Moose Progressive Party. That's why Teddy was protecting, land and shit.
right.
Like he was a progressive. He cared about the environment.
I don't understand why these people like don't correct some of the things that are just so outrageous and wrong and just they go against everything that he's trying to project.
Yeah.
It makes him look even dumber than he already is. Literally makes him look really, really
Yeah.
dumb, not knowing the history behind some of the people that he idolizes. It's
Yeah.
just crazy to me.
Back to posting pictures of when he went to visit the former baby butt cut dictator, who is now the high top fade dictator because he changed his
Right,
hairstyle, Kim Jong
right,
Un, over the
right.
weekend, while simultaneously trying to kiss Kim Jong Un's ass. He decided that he wanted to rail back on sending some of our troops to participate in activities with South Korea. That was one of the questions he was being asked today in the Oval Office when he threw a bit of a fit. And
Right.
also the comment he made over the weekend about making the, as he calls it, the hormone straight.
So
That's what he
crazy
calls
to
it for some
me.
reason. I don't know how it became the hormones
So the hormone
straight,
straight.
but as he
Yeah.
was, the hormones straight. Maybe he thinks that it'll make straight people. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know why he calls it that. This thunder's getting a little loud and scary.
I heard it. I just
It
heard
threw
it.
off my train of thought. Y'all saw that happen in real time. Y'all heard the bang, bang, boom, boom, and then just my thought go whoop right on out the fucking room. We might lose power here in a minute.
Dang. Do you want to
But
do you
he
want to
wants.
pause?
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Let's just
Okay,
roll on through
okay.
it. He
Okay.
wants to make the Strait of Hormuz U.S. territory, and now he is threatening to bomb the hell out of Oman, which I'm not sure where we're gonna get these bombs from, honey. With the
Girl, we
reason we
don't have
can't do the
any.
war right now is because we don't have them. And guess what today is? I know why he's so upset and why he's so angry and why he's so scared. Today is the day, well, by the time you see this, it won't be today, but
Right.
Monday, the 17th, is the day that the ceasefire agreement between the US of A and Iran ends.
Right. Comes to an end. Right.
It comes to an end. And
And
we ain't
nothing's
got the
changed.
munitions to stop any of their
Right.
strikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he don't
It's
know what to
getting
do about that.
no.
So he's railing against Oman today. Now,
He's
people might
bored by
tell
the
you
whole
that
thing anyway.
Oman is an ally of Iran, and that might
Mm-hmm.
scare you. Oman is an ally of everyone. They
Mm-hmm.
are like the Middle Eastern Switzerland. They are
Mm-hmm.
neutral. As a matter of fact, because how good they are at mediating and diplomacy in Oman for quite a long time, they have gotten peace in everything from financial to war to anything. Oman
Right.
is usually who gets everybody to the table,
Right.
gets deals laid out and agreed to, and they are allies to everyone. If we need to port in Oman to refuel our ships, we normally would be allowed to do that, even though we're in a
Right.
conflict with Iran. But because he is attacking them, because he is undermining them and now
Right.
threatening them, this is only going to make it worse for
Oh, girl.
everybody in the Middle East.
Yes.
Saudi Arabia relies on Oman.
Mm-hmm.
Pakistan relies on Oman. Qatar,
Mm-hmm.
Iraq. They are literally like the Switzerland of the Middle East.
This man
And now
bites
he's
every
trying to pick a
hand.
fight with them.
Right. He bites every
He's
hand.
trying to
Every
pick a fight
hand.
with them. And it's because they control part of the strait. They don't
Mm-hmm.
own and run it unfairly, but it is their waterway, so they
Right.
secure it and they protect it on the other
Right.
side of the strait. That's not,
Right.
Iran's part of the strait. And Oman has never, ever declared war on anybody or shut down their portion of the strait. They don't do that.
Right.
They don't do that.
Until the
But
fat
he's
back.
making it worse now. He's
Oh,
making it
girl.
much, much worse. And the
Well, I
truth
mean,
is, it's him. He's the entire reason we can't get peace in the Middle East. Every time there's a ceasefire or there's time to do talks and everybody's mediating, he comes out and says dumb shit like, I'm going to declare the Strait of Hormuz a U.S. territory. That didn't
and it only
help
makes him more
in the
upset.
war.
Yeah.
That made it
Yeah.
worse.
It always makes it worse. And they've said, they're like, why are we going to talk to a man that literally changes his mind every 5 minutes? If let's say that they did come to an agreement or they came to an agreement to talk about something, he literally will do just like you said, come right back out and say something absolutely ridiculous and just piss on everything that they just discussed. So why would you
He'll
talk
come
to
out
somebody
being
that way?
loud and boisterous and mess everything up because he
Oh
feels the
my
need to
God.
prop himself up in some kind of way, like he's some macho man hiding in a catering van because Israel said so.
Right. But why does he always side with dictators? Like he never ever sides with the good guy. Have you noticed that? He never,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
idolizes Putin, he idolizes Netanyahu, he idolizes Baby Buttcut, he idolizes all of those people.
yeah.
And he
He
never ever
compares himself
aligns
to people
himself.
like Stalin and Mao.
Right.
He
What?
he
Like,
compares. He thinks they were powerful. I'm more powerful than
right,
Stalin. I'm more powerful
right,
than Hitler and
right,
Mao and Genghis Khan. And, and
right.
it's like, oh my God, that's what you got out of history was that they were powerful. That's the lesson you got. Because that
That
wasn't the
is
lesson. The lesson
right.
wasn't that they were powerful. The lesson was that they were weak. So they had to oppress other people to feel powerful, to appear powerful. The
And that's
lesson
what
was that
all
they were
dictators,
weak.
right. And that's what all dictators do. That's exactly what they do because they
Yeah.
are weak, pathetic individuals. They have to demean others to make themselves feel better about themselves. That's what those kind of people do. And that's the only reason that he does what he does because he knows that he is a weak, pathetic man. Always has been, always will be, till the day that he is absolutely gone from this earth. We will know him as to be one of the weakest individuals on the planet to have ever lived.
Part of me wants him to finish building all of his vanity projects like arts and arches and statues, just so we have something to tear down when he's gone. You know what I mean?
Girl, girl.
Go ahead and do it, honey. Go ahead and do it because I can't wait to have the party where we tear it the fuck down. Where we have our own moment, our own historical moment where we rip down the
Right,
statues of dictators. Like we haven't had a
right.
chance to do that yet in America.
I know. I just
So,
want him to see that though. I would love for him to
silver
see
lining.
it. Right. Yeah. I don't think that I don't think that the situation will be where this man actually ever ends up under, but behind doors just because of the stuff that we're seeing right now with him where he's acting the way that he is. His behavior is so
Yeah.
erratic. His diaper is so full everywhere he goes. everywhere he goes, it is getting to be where his diaper is, I mean, bad.
Is that
I mean, it's
I was, when I seen that clip, uh, I'm starting to wonder, does he have on um a bulletproof vest and a bulletproof diaper? Is that a Kevlar diaper? Is that why it's gotten so much
what is
larger
happening?
to where he's got junk in the trunk?
Girl,
Is it Kevlar? Are
it's
they
like
putting Kevlar on
so,
his rear end to protect his asshole, honey?
girl.
What is happening?
Maybe that's just an abundance of Desitin because he's getting his shit in his pants so much that the layer's like that thick just to protect him because he's just shitting on himself nonstop. You know what I mean? Like for real.
Is the
I'm not.
wig Kevlar too? Is that the use of the new wig? Is it new technology? Is it like Kevlar threads that are supposed to
Girl,
help his
I
dome?
I don't.
Is that the reason for the new wig,
I'm just saying. I mean,
to help
these are all
protect him from a
legitimate.
headshot?
They're all legitimate
Ain't nobody
questions.
trying to shoot him, honey. Nobody's trying to shoot him. It's a
Nobody.
waste of a bullet. He'll be dead soon on his
Right.
own.
No, he won't. Like
Because,
it's getting bad. The level of his overall health has just declined substantially. You can tell it by his eyes. You can tell it by his gestures. You can tell it just looking at his eyes in general. They're so glazed over. It's just getting really close. And his speech, I mean, when he was talking this past weekend, how many times was he trying to say a word and he only got the first two syllables out or the first syllable and then just completely skipped over it because he couldn't actually say the word at all. Like it completely
yeah,
escaped him and he tries to recover and then say something else and go on to say a whole nother sentence that didn't even pertain to the first sentence that he said. It was just a bunch of it was just word salad, just
yeah.
nonsense.
Not that
And
he
people,
always hasn't talked in word salads, but this
right.
is. I've been paying attention to everything that's come out of this man's life for the last decade, and I'm telling you, the mental decline is blatant. It's there. You can't miss it. This is not
It's
just him
so
being
bad.
boisterous and loud. This is
It's
clearly mental decline. It is not. He's not fine. He's not okay. He's not his normal hateful self.
he's even yeah. I mean it's
He's not his normal
hateful.
stupid self. Like
Right.
he's surpassed his regular stupidity into just making shit up
Girl.
now.
Mm-mm. It's really, really bad. The words don't come out right. They are not pronounced properly. He doesn't make any sense. The one sentence leads up with another sentence that he was talking about maybe before. It's getting really, really bad. And I think
He's
that one of
losing
the
his
things,
train of thought without thunder.
right. And I'm just wondering, like,
There was no
seriously,
loud
right,
boom in the room. It was just him
right.
losing his mind.
So I wonder based on that, like how, because the Republicans are not willing to, all the congressmen up on the Hill are not willing to hold this man accountable. And, they voted and they allowed a lot of this stuff to happen. And we know that some of these people that just straight up lied about so many different things like Keg's Breath and Nome and all of those other people, Levitt, all of them, they
Yeah.
actually did commit treasonous acts with a lot of things that they did. But the people that are up there right now that are not holding this man accountable, like how much are they going to be held accountable for the fact that they didn't hold the executive
Oh, they're going to
accountable
do
for
the
the
same
things that he
thing
was
they
doing?
did last time.
Hmm.
After we got rid of him last time, they all came out of the woodwork and said, he was Hitler and he was a maniac and he
Hmm.
was a, con man and a
Hmm.
felon and an idiot and a blah,
Hmm.
blah, blah. And they'll
Right,
try to do
right.
that same thing again, like it's just everyday normal politics and we're going to go about our lives. Nope.
Well, and that's the thing is that that's not going to fly this time at all. Like I'm not going to
Mm-mm.
allow that to fly. I will be
No.
making so many phone calls. Like that is not going to be my thing. Like you're not going to just say,
Yeah.
"Oh,
No,
we
it's
all
it's
knew
going to be a
that."
rude awakening for them. This ain't gonna be a repeat of 2021 where people are just exhausted and tired, and we're gonna let
Hmm.
you act like all that didn't happen because we need to
Right,
fix everything
right.
coming out of a pandemic. Nope, nope, we're not doing that again. The Democratic Party is getting rid of the old guard bit by bit. We're not playing those old fucking political games anymore.
Right. We're done with that. Yeah. And
We're
I
done.
mean, we need to know, and we need to all be in agreement that that's just not going to fly at all.
Yeah.
You know,
And look, when you've got politicians, there went the power. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let's go to break and hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back while I get all my stuff back running, okay? See you shortly. If you're enjoying all the tea being poured on Nacho Podcast today, I suggest you head on over to Nacho Merch and purchase a few products right away, like these coasters, made of leather and oh so cute. Some of them even have my face on it, boo. Pick it up today at Nacho Merch. Podcast 10 for a discount, friend. Okay, we are back. I have my lights back on. We're going to try to finish this episode before more things go wrong. If there's a siren that I hear, I'm out, dear. If the siren starts blaring that there's a tornado, I'm out, and it's the end of the show, okay?
right.
I've got to go get in the stairwell and hold on for dear life.
God, don't say that. That's terrible. Scare me like that. That's
Honey, I'm on the third
awful.
floor. If it's a tornado, I'm
Yeah.
out of here like damn Dorothy.
Right.
Which sounds pretty good right now. Please blow me the fuck away. I don't to another universe or
Girl.
timeline today.
It's so bad. It really is. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the senators and all of these people, we definitely need to be holding them accountable. I know that, that they're going to have the RNC here in the Metroplex
Yeah.
oh my God. And I was thinking the other day, because I got a text, because I'm part of like different groups where I try to go and do activism in my town and all around, because there's just things going on all the time, and I haven't really had a chance to do a lot of the things that I want to do, because we've been so busy with doing this and trying to do all the things that we've been doing. So they're going to have the RNC, and it's going to be in the downtown Dallas area. And I thought, maybe, and they've been saying that they're going to have a lot of women's protests out there and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to call Christina and see if she wants to come down and see if and I'm thinking, what is wrong with you? Why in the world would you want to go there when there's going to be nothing but red hats? Like, what? Like, I literally came to and I'm like, that would be a no. That would be a no. That would be a no. I don't know why I even thought that would be a good idea.
National Geographic documentary, Red Hats in the Wild.
Right. I was just like, why would I think that would be a good thing? That would be
it probably would be a good idea for me to be in Dallas on that day, since I've made one too many references to the last time that a president was in a convertible in Dallas.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, I probably should skip out on that particular thing.
Girl.
Yeah,
like literally.
I'm out here in the everywheres where everybody can see the correlation that I was making, even though it was satire and a joke.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Probably not a good idea for me.
No. I thought it for like a second. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? That is like the dumbest idea you have ever had. And I've had some dumb ones, okay? But I was just like, that's not smart. Those people is violent, girl. They is violent.
I've had a lot of dumb ideas in my life too, but never did I think about putting tariffs on penguins, boo.
Right. Did you ever see our shirt that we had for Not Your Merch that said Chinga tu maga, and the penguin's holding up the sign that says Chinga tu maga? It's the actual penguin.
I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life.
Right.
But I haven't done nearly as much dumb shit as he does in one day.
Every single day. Every single day. And I bet you haven't filled up a diaper ever. So like past the age of like a year and a half, maybe 2.
No, I don't think as an adult. Now I have wore a diaper as an adult. I've been sick before and had to wear a diaper just in case there was an accident.
Well, I mean, it can happen, but it's not a daily.
I didn't have any accidents.
Right.
Everything cleared up within 48 hours, and I didn't need that anymore.
Yeah.
But no, and nothing against, as you age, your bodily functions shut down. You may have an illness. You have to use diapers.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I just need people to understand that he's been wearing a diaper since the 90s.
Yes, girl, forever. And besides
Yeah.
that, I mean, were yours attached to the nuclear codes if you were
No.
having a diaper?
No. I didn't have somebody personally following me around wiping my behind either.
No.
As an adult, that was my own responsibility. And I'm just saying, if you are to run what's supposed to be the greatest country in the world, the least you should be able to do to be qualified for that job is wiping your own ass. Right? Like, I mean, we're not asking for a lot here out of a
Not for
president.
much.
I mean,
No,
they have really lowered the bar. At this point, we
girl.
just want somebody that can stay awake on live TV
The
and
depths of hell.
that, that just, can you stay the fuck awake? And can you hold your bodily
Your own
fluids
poo.
inside of you? And can you not be a felon? I didn't know that was going to be. I never in my whole life, I've been here for 45 years, and I never once thought that it would be a question that was confusing for people about whether or not a felon should be president. I just thought we collectively agreed.
Right. Common sense.
Collectively, I just thought like, yeah, everybody's like, if you're a felon, you probably shouldn't run the country, right? Like,
Right.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah,
There was no need for verification for that because that's just common
just
sense.
right. Our forefathers, they didn't have to put that in there because, they thought clearly people would never
Right.
elect a criminal
Right.
to be president, right? Like,
It's just like
it's not something
McDonald's had
people
to
would
put
do.
the warning sign on the coffee. Oh, could be hot.
God.
Like we just never knew that there was people that were that absolute
Say what you
dumb.
want about
Just
our
dumb.
forefathers, but they were very educated, very
Right.
well read,
Mm-hmm.
and they spoke well, and they understood things. Can we just have anybody like that?
Read a book. Oh my God. Seriously.
And can't even say read a book anymore because they might be out here trying to read one of JD's bullshit books.
Oh God. I know, girl. They're destroying books anyway, but at alarming
Speaking
rates.
of reading JD's book, I was reading an interesting article in some local news in Middleton, Ohio, where JD's from.
Mm-hmm.
The reporter was quite curious after the release of his new book why nowhere in town was promoting his book.
How embarrassing for you.
Not even at their public library. It's not even on the newest, latest bestsellers books
Oh
shelf.
my gosh.
And so back on the campaign trail when he was suggested to be the VP and Daddy picked him to be his VP, the Middleton was just elated that one of their hometown heroes is actually going to be the VP. And the whole town was decorated and people was talking about how they couldn't wait to vote for Trump and Vance. And, well, the sentiment has changed. And when asking people in the street and people in businesses too, if they had read the book, if they're going to read the book, if they're going to sell the book in their store or promote the book or any of those things, the resounding answer was, I'm not really going to get into politics.
How embarrassing
And what do we
for
know
him.
about people who just recently started saying, I'm not getting into politics? They voted for this bullshit.
Mm-hmm,
That's what they did. They voted for this
and they're
bullshit, and now all of a
embarrassed.
sudden they're like,
Right.
we're no politics. And
Right.
some people
No.
actually was like, well, I'm very unhappy with the way things are going, and he's
Yeah.
not who he said he was going to be,
Right.
and Ohio's hurting. But baby,
Right.
when your own hometown,
That's bad. That is bad. That's so bad.
I mean,
I love
look,
that for
I'm
him.
from Alabama, and yes, I live in one of the larger cities, Mobile, in
Mm-hmm.
a highly populated area. But I've also lived in really, really small towns in my
Mm-hmm.
state too, and I mean really small towns, like towns that up until a few years ago were dry counties, and you couldn't even buy alcohol. Small town.
I didn't think that those still existed.
Those still exist in
Wow.
America, believe it or not, where they're still stuck in the prohibition, honey. That still
Holy
happens
crap.
to me. Don't ever be confused as to why some people are so backwards, because there are places in America where they're still like living under prohibition and shit.
What?
Like, no bullshit. So
Okay.
what I know about small town life is when anybody in the town gets even a little bit famous for anything,
Right. Right.
like you could have been like speaking on the local news, like somebody, the local news could have interviewed you about an accident in the
Right.
roadway, and you all of a
Right.
sudden are like small town famous, and
Right.
everybody's tuning in to see the clip, and
Right.
everybody's like, "Did you see fucking Betty on the news? She was there when that wreck happened in the intersection," and they questions her about that.
Right.
Like that's
Right.
how it is in a small town, right? Like
Right.
that's. Like you hang on to your small town heroes because it puts you on the global stage,
On the map.
right? It puts you on the map. So to have Middleton like trying to back away from JD,
Like, we don't know him. We don't
we're
own.
really
We
not
don't
doing politics
know.
right now. We're really not doing politics right now.
That's so
That's not
bad.
good, baby. That is not good. And I think JD knows it too because
Oh my God.
he's been a little angry
He has been.
lately.
And
It's a
he's,
difference in him just trying to seem like he's a tough
yeah,
guy and saying rude shit. Like you can
right.
always tell when he's like doing the poser thing and like I'm gonna pretend to have big boy pants on and be a tough guy and talk some shit about people. Like you can always tell when it's a little different. And here lately I've seen him get a little bit angry, like things are
He
really
has
bothering
been.
him.
He has.
He knows his political career is
It's over.
fucking over, honey.
It's
It
over,
is
girl.
over.
I mean,
Capital
he was right.
OVER.
Right.
Done.
And he's been trying to backpedal, but he's not being successful with doing
Yeah,
that at
he's
all.
not being successful at backpedaling. He's not being successful at riding the fence. Poor Bobcat can't straddle the fence correctly anymore. And I've watched I've watched a change in JD, something that only people who can see into another person can see, because it's
Right.
not on the face of it, but you can. It's just small little microaggressions in his face, different
Yeah,
lines in
his
his face,
different
different facial,
expressions.
just very micro expressions that he's making. Tell me that he is getting angrier and
Well, how can you
angrier and
not?
angrier.
How can you
And
not?
part of it, he's angry at Trump. He's angry at himself. They're losing control. This isn't what he planned on. This isn't what he wanted, and he hasn't figured out how to pivot correctly
No.
from it. And yeah, I'm gonna say something. This is my personal opinion.
Okay.
Okay, this is just me. Now, I think that JD has probably started doing something at home that Usher's not used to. Like screaming
Oh.
and yelling at her. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying. I've noticed a change in him, and I've noticed a change in their relationship, and I've noticed the change in how he talks to women and how he presents himself. And I just have a feeling the poser that he is and not a strong man out in the street might be starting to lash out at home.
Well,
Because that's what these
I,
type of men do. When they feel
yeah,
like they're not strong and manly in front of other
right.
men, they go home and they take it out on their wives. I'm not saying he's beating his fucking wife. I'm just telling you that I'm pretty sure in the last year he has lashed out on her. You can
I
see it in
don't,
her face too.
right. You can tell that the whatever kind of relationship, whatever like adoration, I don't even want to say adoration, whatever affection rather that there was there, it doesn't look the same as it did 2 years ago. Like when she was like looking
Yeah.
at him when he was being sworn in, and I mean she's just looking at him with his lovey-dovey eyes,
No,
and it's
there's
not like that at all.
sometimes she glances over at him and
she
you
looks
see a combination of fear
right. And disgust.
Disgust.
Yes. It's like a very specific thing. But I find it so interesting that you say this, because tell me why it is that the people that you're closest to, and you know that obviously they're husband and wife, the people that you're closest to, when you are feeling some sort of way out in the world, those are the people that you are the absolute meanest to. So, because he cannot take his anger out on the fat back, or
Yeah.
maybe Rubio, or any of the other things. He can't do that, and
He's
he
taking it
knows.
out on somebody.
Right. He's got to take it out on somebody. And he can't even take it out on the American people, because the American people just throw it right back at him, because they think he's a joke. Honestly, there are
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
many
he
people
is a
that think
joke.
they think he's a joke. He knows
He is a
that.
joke.
He knows that he doesn't have the respect of the American people. So who's left? Like, who's left? Because
Yeah.
it's true that is exactly what happens. The people that you're closest to are the people that you're the meanest to, because those are the people that you feel the most comfortable with. So I don't necessarily doubt what you're saying at all.
Yeah. No,
It makes
I
sense.
just been watching him and watching her and watching the whole thing go on, and I've noticed he's changed.
Mm-hmm.
Those micro expressions have changed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And but I don't say that to make you, he'll never be what Trump is.
No. God, no,
He's
girl.
too fragile.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a narcissist. JG's not a narcissist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, he is a poser and he has an identity crisis. But narcissists don't have identity crises. I mean,
Right.
they
Right.
know who they are, and
Right.
they think they're the greatest thing on the planet.
Yeah, and they
JD don't know
amplify
who the hell
that.
he is, honey.
No. Well,
He doesn't. He's been trying to fit into molds his whole life.
he's
And this
every
mold that
pick-me
he's picked
girl.
most recently
Right.
isn't going to work for him.
He's every pick-me girl that there has ever been. He's never really had an original idea. He duplicates, he
Hmm.
mimics, he does whatever he can. He cannot find his own footing, and he's trying to go ahead and borrow from this person and borrow from this person and borrow from this person and try to put his own spin on it, but he fails at that. Because if
Yeah, and
you
I
want to
think the
be,
American people see that when
oh,
they look at JD.
100%, 100%.
He's not relatable.
No.
You know, he had to play up his childhood to seem more relatable.
Right.
And lie about a lot of it as
Right.
well to seem
Right.
more relatable. You know, these people who use tragedies in their life to seem more relatable to other people disgust me, because I've had tragedies in my life, and I've
God,
talked
I
about
can't
them
stand
before,
that.
but I don't talk about them all the time because I don't need you to pity me and I don't need you to be relatable.
Right.
I want you to relate to me because I'm a human being and I care
Right.
about other human beings.
Right.
And JD doesn't have any of that. Nothing about him is relatable because he
No, girl.
doesn't know who he is
Mm-mm.
as a person. And
Yeah.
he's being outshadowed by a bunch of narcissists that he's surrounded himself by. And he's starting to break. JD's breaking.
He really
He's
is.
breaking.
He really is. You can see it in his face every single day. And he's really, and there's weeks that you don't see him at all. Like,
Yeah.
he is like almost hiding from people because he just doesn't know which direction
Well,
to
he
go.
spends a lot of time outside of legacy news media circuit. He spends a
Yeah.
lot of time on things that we collectively as a normal society don't watch. He's constantly going on really alt-right fake news and podcast and stuff. He's trying to garner some of the support that Donald Trump has lost from the war and from being in bed so deeply with Israel. He's struggling, but that's what he's trying to do. That's what
And
he's
when
trying
he's
to do. So we don't see him a lot because he's doing that kind of stuff
and
instead
he's
of being the vice president.
right. And when he's not doing that, though, when he's trying to garner some sort of support for the day that, the fatback's not going to be around, because that day's coming, he's actually going on to left-wing media to try to find a bridge between what he's done and how he's going to be able to move forward with, the day that
Yeah.
he does actually
Yeah.
take on the presidency, because the
That's
fatback's
right.
not going to be
That
around.
fence.
Mm-hmm.
That fence. Because look, the reason he's on that fence sometimes is because numbers don't lie.
Right. Right.
And the numbers are very, very clear
Mm-hmm.
that the Republican Party has lost a lot of support.
Oh,
That Donald
gosh.
Trump would not have won this past election without young voters,
Mm-hmm.
without the independent voters swinging their way,
Mm-hmm.
without the Latino vote,
Mm-hmm.
without he got 65% of the native First Peoples vote,
Which is wild.
which is wild. Well, he screwed
Wild.
over independents. He screwed
Right.
them over.
Mm-hmm.
Independents were the first to back away from this regime after
Right.
voting for this regime. The first ones. Bless their heart, they got caught one of his bad farts, and then the Latino vote, yeah, he lost that this go round, didn't he? With
Girl,
his
it was
mass
like, I
deportation
think it
plays.
was like
That's out the window. Y'all ain't
47% of,
getting that back.
yeah, 47% of the Latinos voted for,
Our
which is
First People's
just
vote, 65% of them are not going to be voting for a
crazy.
Republican again, as the
No.
Republicans are literally mowing through their native land to build walls or to hand it over to the Broligarchy to
Right.
mine and stuff. There's a case actually going on right now that involves First People's land that was given to them. It is their land. It is their sovereign land.
Right.
And they want to build the wall, the border wall,
Right through it.
through it. That's a case that's going on right now, and the Republican appointed hateful judge just ruled in favor of the Trump administration and against the tribe. I forget
That
the
was
name
in
of the tribe, and I'm
Arizona.
so sorry for that. I
No,
don't
I
mean to
know.
disrespect, but I just read so much news.
It's a lot. That's in
It's a
Arizona,
lot.
right?
So I can't remember the name of the tribe, but it is a tribe that is on the Mexico-American border, and some of their population, some of
Right.
their community works
Right.
in Mexico and just comes back and forth because
Right.
it's their land. They're not
Right.
actually crossing the
I know
United
which one you're talking
States-Mexico
about.
border.
Yeah.
This is their territory.
Right. Yeah. I know
Right?
exactly I can't think of the tribe either. I can't.
Yeah,
But
this
yeah, I
is
know
their
exactly what you're talking
territory.
about.
And now under Donald Trump, his US government's trying to take their territory away so they can build a wall through their sacred lands, just like they're doing all across the southern border.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
And so he lost
they've,
that vote. They
yeah.
don't have them anymore. The young men vote that helped propel them to the presidency, that's going away too. That's going away too, because finally we actually have young white men on this side playing for us that are out here filling those places of right-wing podcasters and
Right.
like, getting their own people back. Like, come here, brother. You have drank the bad Kool-Aid.
Right.
Get over
Right.
here.
Get over here and
And
stop
let's
doing that.
talk. And we've seen a major movement in that. We've seen, so he's lost that. That JD knows the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. And the numbers say they're losing on all fronts.
All
in every
fronts, girl.
base, except for the kind of base you don't want to really be, publicly acknowledged to be part of, right? Like,
Right.
nobody wants to be
It's
like, yeah,
bad.
the people that are okay with pedophilia voted for me.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
right?
not going to
Like,
say something you admit in public ever.
mm.
Yeah. It's
And
bad.
JD's against, foreign wars and Israel and all of that. So any Republican voter that sways in support of Israel, he don't have those numbers. Those
Right.
numbers are dwindling as well.
Right. Right.
So
Well, a lot of
it's-
people pulled away, even like because of the Tucker Carlson took a lot of those people with him and made sure that, when he said, wait a minute, we're not going to be doing that, and he just comes out, him and the work that Hunter Biden have been doing together, it's just been eye-opening with the things that they're doing. It's just been like, and I'm not giving kudos to Tucker because I can't
we
stand
hate
the son
these
of
people,
a bitch.
honey.
I hate him. I hate him. So I'm not giving him kudos,
Tucker
but what I am
never
saying,
gets flowers,
no,
okay?
never.
He
Never,
is
never.
not. We are never agreeing with him.
Never,
Sometimes he
but-
trips and falls and agrees with us.
Exactly. Once in a blue moon, but it is crazy
Once in a blue
to me.
moon, he stumbles over the fucking truth
Right.
and says it
Exactly.
out loud.
So the fact that he's able to pull so many, and he's got a lot of pull, and he's been pulling all of these people going, yeah, we should not have done that. And again, he, like you said, no flowers for that son of a bitch. But those people like that, and other people that have literally yanked these people out, and some of these people will never go back in. Now, a lot of them will, if you just paint it for them just right, because they haven't done the work, and they're not going
already
to.
trying to make what they call
Right.
their own party.
Right.
It's the same shit. With
Right,
a
it's the
different
same
fucking
damn thing.
shithead running it.
Right, exactly. So it's never going to be, there will be some people that'll never go back, and there will be some people that as long as you paint it for them a different way, and if it's still shit, and it smells like roses for a minute, it's still shit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you
Yeah.
can't, a turd's a turd is a turd. I don't care what color you paint it. and
Yeah,
it's
you can
just what it
polish it
is.
all you want to. It still
Right.
smells like shit.
Right. So that's kind of what's happening with the Never Trumper guy. I mean, he's not ever going to have the support of anybody. And I'm just wondering, like, how long it's going to last for him, because when he does finally get the presidency for the remaining term of the fatback, because that's all he's really going to get. That's the only taste he'll ever
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. The
Um,
only time he'll be sitting at that resolute desk is if Donald dies in the next 2
right,
years.
right. That's
That's
it.
it. That's
And
it.
he knows that. And I think that that's what's causing him to be so mad,
And I'm
so
sure part
upset.
of him doesn't even want it because look what he's going to inherit.
Oh, girl.
He's going to inherit this war. He's going to inherit inflation, job loss, just, oh my God, nothing any president wants to inherit.
It's going to be
All the
bad.
things that Biden inherited after Donald Trump's presidency
Right,
and sleepy or not, managed to fix all of it within the
right,
first 2 years of his
right,
presidency. And
right.
it took Donald less than 1 year to destroy all of
All
the
of it.
progress that was made.
All of it, girl. And then make us completely insolvent as a nation, as a country, which is
Yeah,
so sad. So sad.
yeah.
I just wonder how it is that we're going to be able to. I know that we're going to be able to get out of it, and I know that it's going to be rolling back a lot of the things that they've already done with the big belligerent bill and a lot of those things that get reversed, but it's going to take some time. But I
Yeah,
know it can be done. So
yeah.
it's
There's
a
nothing that they've done
lot.
that can't. The only thing that they've done that we cannot undo is the lives that have been lost because of the things that we can't
Yeah.
bring those people back. But every policy, every law, every action, every theft, all of it can be fixed,
Mm-hmm.
except for the
Mm-hmm.
lives that were lost. And that's why human life is so very valuable because you can't get it back once it's gone. And it's become abundantly clear that the people running our government right now have no care for human
Mm-mm.
life
No.
at all. It doesn't matter if it's our military, our children, our
Right.
wives, our husband. It doesn't matter. The only life that matters to them is theirs.
Right. Yeah. And we're 78 days away from midterms. And I do want to let people know that there are a lot of places. I know that one of the girls that's one of the moderators for Not Your Merge, Kim, had been at a function just this past weekend, making sure that people are registered to vote. So if you're listening to us, you need to make sure that you check the website, because what's been happening, a lot of people have been verifying that they're going over there, and if they're registered as a Dem, somehow or another they're falling off the voter
Yep,
rolls. Just
yep.
just out of nowhere,
Check your voter registry often,
all the
at
time.
least weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And the closer we get to the midterms, daily, because they are removing people from the voter rolls.
And
Uh, so that's very, very important.
mm-hmm.
Most of the primaries are now over, and you pretty much know which candidates you have to
Right,
choose from.
right,
And yes, we wanted more progressives being picked
right,
that didn't get picked, but we did get a lot of candidates. So going forth, now that primaries are pretty much over and we know every seat who's running for what,
right.
it's blue. It's blue.
Period.
Blue, no
All the
fucking
way.
matter who.
Right, right.
We tried our best to get as much Israel money as we could out of the party.
Mm-hmm.
We've tried our best to remove the elderlies out of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do have a couple more primaries left. I have to look into that. I think there's a few more states that have to wrap up primaries.
I don't know.
And then it's blue no matter who all the way down.
I think it
Because
might
when
be
it comes,
Florida. I mean,
Yeah, I know Florida was waiting back on something,
right.
and I think maybe one other place too. But either way, going forward, you ain't got to make it complicated.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to know every single thing that the
Right.
candidate's going to do for you. We're coming down to the finish line, and it's blue no matter who. Because one thing that Republicans have proved, it doesn't matter who is in their party, they are going to bend the knee
To that.
and worry about reflecting pools
Right.
and arcs
And
and
right.
giving tax breaks to billionaires. None of their agenda is for the American people.
And they've
So
already said that. I mean, Cornyn
yeah,
straight up said if he wants it, he's going to get it. We can't stop him. They
they
have
can't stop it.
no intention of
That's right.
stopping this man at
That's right.
all. So if you want to have, affordable gas, especially for those people that are sitting here crying on the web, sitting there on the socials like, I'm a good person. Why
Yeah.
can't I have my gas? Because you voted red. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why. And if you want to have anything, if you want to have any semblance of anything, if you don't want to lose your house, I can't tell you how many people have come on and saying, I'm about to lose my house. I'm 3 months behind on my rent. I can't do this. I can't do that. But you sure as hell voted to
Yeah.
take
And
away
I'm
the
not telling you voting blue no matter who's going to open up the world and all your dreams are going to come true and
right,
they're going to do everything
right.
you want. But one thing it most definitely will do, if we have the numbers in the House and in the Senate too, is slow this current
Accountability.
administration down.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're voting blue no matter who, at the very least, you can expect, if we take the House and Senate back, they can't push any of their crap through.
Right, right. We're going to slow it all down and start holding people
So we can
accountable
grind their agenda to a
to a
halt
halt.
while simultaneously working on accountability
Right.
and trying to push things through that we actually need done. And you might get upset that we're not going to spend a whole lot of time up there trying to write policies and laws that are going to make your life better, because at the end of the day, guess who has to fucking sign it? Do you think he's going to agree with any of it?
Right.
No.
Right.
I seen somebody the other day that was already complaining, well, when the Democrats get back in power, their whole agenda for the next 2 years is to come after, Donald Trump and the sycophants and all that. And where does that get us? Do you really think they're going to be able to draft a law for health care and you get it affordably while the fucking pedo's sitting up there? Do you
Right.
think that's going to
No.
happen?
Right.
No. So all we can really do is halt the regime's plans and try to bring accountability. That's it. That's all we're going to be able to accomplish,
Right.
period.
Right. Until we get
Period.
somebody
That's
else
it,
in there.
until he's gone. And then if we take back the White House too in 2028, then we can correct all the wrongs that have been made and actually start working for the people again.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, just like you said, and here in the state of Texas, I'm going to tell you straight up. I mean, Tallarico is going to mop the fucking floor.
He already is. I think the latest poll that came out, Tallarico was polling at 52%, and Paxton was at like 48 or something. I was like, whoa.
Oh, no.
It's rare to see that in Texas.
It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be good. And Gina is really starting to, she's had a hard time with like social media. She's really had a hard time with getting her social media going. And I don't see why people are sitting here talking about, she does have good social media. I don't see why people are saying you don't even know who this woman is. It's like, if you don't know who this woman is, it's because you don't want to know who she is.
Yeah. And you probably don't even live in Texas. So you don't know anybody that's not doing social media. But what you don't know about Gina is she's in Texas meeting with Texas voters.
All the time.
She's talking to the people that she needs to talk to.
The time.
Since she's going to be the next governor of Texas.
And she's holding these.
Maybe she don't have a huge digital social media footprint, but she's doing what others are not doing. Like right now, Tommy Tuberville is running to be governor in my state. You know what he's not doing? He's not out here talking to the American people like Doug Jones is. Yeah. He's worried about what he's saying on social media. He's more concerned with Twitter, which is, 87% fucking bots. So he's just literally out here screaming into a void bullshit.
Right. Gina's out there doing the work, man.
The work.
She's traveling from county to county, city to city, meeting with people literally in their homes, asking them, what else do we need to do? She's everywhere. And if I see one more person say, well, she just doesn't have a social media footprint and we don't know her.
She's not running for Congress.
I'm like, oh my God.
She's running for governor of Texas.
If you're not in Texas, shut up. Shut up. Except unless you're unless you're like pushing Gina's name out there, like what are you doing? Yeah. Stop saying that.
Yeah. And everything that she's offering as governor of Texas is fabulous. It's wonderful. It's what you want your governor to do. She's out here talking about preserving Texas's state rights. And, if there's anything I know about Texas today, Boy, do they care about their states' rights.
Oh
I
my
mean, how many
gosh.
times has Texas tried to succeed from the rest of the United States
Oh
because
yeah.
they were so hardcore about their states' rights? And Greg Abbott is handing over states' rights out of
Left and
Texans
right.
preview
This
left and
oh
right.
so
He is
bad.
letting the federal government make all the decisions for
Mm-hmm.
you, but not the federal aid and money that you
Oh
need.
no, girl.
That part's not that's
No.
not in the play.
No, girl.
That's not
And
in.
she's out
That's not
here
it.
writing, out here trying to stop the data centers in a very big way, where he's already given the largest tax breaks for the next 20 years for data centers here in the state of
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
And she's calling it out and saying, he can sit here and say what he wants to say and make it sound like beautiful flowers and how he's going to hold these data centers accountable, but he's
No,
not. He's putting
no,
it on
he's counting
pause
on
because he's
you
already
not
done it.
reading
Mm-hmm.
the fine print and all these,
And she's calling it out. She's calling it
performative
out.
acts.
She's very smart. She's very smart. She's very well spoken. She's probably a little soft spoken in comparison to maybe some other people, but she is policy driven. She knows what she's talking about. She is very, very smart. And she's going to be an amazing asset to the Texas people. Like, amazing asset. I can't wait. For those two, they are going to change Texas in
And
a
all Greg
huge
is an
way.
ass hat.
Oh my God. That
Okay,
man is,
he is not an asset. He is an ass hat.
it's exactly what he is. And he's only ever been about the billionaires. He literally pockets the taxpayer money left and right and has done it for the last 10 years and will continue to do it if we allow him. So yeah, no, Gina is amazing, and Tallarico's mopping the floor with them already. And Gina's I think only maybe 1 point behind. And honestly, I don't even think she
I
is.
seen Sunday that
Yeah.
that in the latest poll, she really shot up there
Oh, she's
and was
really
just barely trailing Greg Abbott.
barely. And I don't even
I
think
was
that the
like,
polls
yeah.
are accurate. Yeah, she's gonna take it. Everybody hates Greg, girl. Everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know a single person that has anything nice to say about that rolling Voldemort
Trick.
piece of garbage. I cannot with that man. Lieutenant Dan needs to take a dive in the ocean.
Greg Abbott is the definition of performative.
Oh,
Like,
girl.
he was picked by Republicans just of how well it was performative to see a man in a wheelchair.
Well, the epitome of Red Hat up there at the Buc-ee's, the biggest donors to some of the biggest donors to the Republican Party, chopping up some beef, just going, and I'm just like, it's just so dumb, so dumb.
Honey, somebody get my hand basket because I almost went to hell when I seen it. I was like, oh, I want to talk about this so bad. I mean, it's one thing to not be able to stand on your own 2 feet, but it's another that they got you out here chopping the meat.
Girl,
I'm
literally
just going
so
to keep my
many
thoughts to
ways,
myself.
so many ways
Just,
to do something with that. So many ways. Girl, I know.
yeah.
Girl, I
I'm
know.
going to pass on the trip to hell today. I'm going to skip that. I am going to skip
Girl,
that.
there's so
I was
many
making fun of
things.
the rolling trick in a video one day, and somebody got my comment section and started unleashing what they thought was fury on me about shaming people that were being disabled. And I said, clearly, you need a hearing aid, because I wasn't shaming disabled people. I was shaming a motherfucker for being an ignorant piece of shit, not for
Right.
being disabled.
This
I didn't
man
shame
took
him
away.
because he's in a wheelchair. I was
Right.
shaming him because he's an asshole and a piece of shit,
He took
not because
away.
he's disabled.
He took away
There's a difference.
ramps, like handicap ramps from people, and the man's disabled. You
Yeah.
don't think that we're going to call that shit out? Of course we are. What are you talking about? He's the lowest of the low. He's vile. So we're not making fun of him per se, or disabled people. We're making fun of the fact that he absolutely has shot himself in the face.
Him being in a wheelchair ain't got shit to do with the fact that he's an
No,
idiot.
no, it has nothing
Okay.
to do with that. So whatever. Shut up. But yeah, I really haven't had a whole lot of people tell me anything about that. But I'll call him Lieutenant Dan until the day I die. So
Look, he'll be the
whatever.
rolling trick forever.
Yes,
Rolling himself out on the street corners
for real.
for the
Off a
pedo
short
in
pier.
chief. Yeah, just pimping out all of Texas.
Oh my God, girl. Yeah, no, he's
Ugh.
got to be done. He's literally taken our school system. In fact, math
Oh,
is
all of those
important.
school vouchers went into the hands
Of private.
of the elite private school
Hmm.
kids.
That's right.
Not
And
in, and we've watched that happen in every red state that
yes,
passed the school voucher
yes,
program.
yes.
And in my state, they played in our face. Kay Ivey played in our face and put a provision in there for the first 2 years of the school voucher program.
Hmm.
It will be for lower income families, so they can have the opportunity to go to the schools that they want to go to private
Hmm.
schools, and all of that. But then after 2 years, it's open to everybody, even people
Right,
that can afford to go to private school
right.
already.
So that's a
But in
supplement
other
for the
red
people.
states, it's already went into the hands of people who are
Yeah,
elites and can pay for. We are literally paying for rich people to go to school for free.
girl. That right. Or if they can't, it's the craziest shit ever. Or
You are
they're giving
paying
them
the
10
tuition for rich
rich
kids
people.
to go to
Right,
private school
right. It is diabolical the way that they did
while they
that.
cut all of the aid away from public
Diabolical.
school. It's
And
fucking
not only that, I mean, the school system, in terms of like, we used to have, our school system used to be some of the best. It has dropped exponentially in the last year.
I seen about,
I mean,
we've
last 10
talked about the
years.
brain drain in America, how we're just getting dumber here and the smart people are leaving. I just read an article today. China is enticing some of the smartest people in America, the most well educated, to come live and work in China. Everywhere from tech to medicine, all the fields of science, weather.
Sign me
Yeah,
up.
yeah, our best and brightest are leaving.
Right. That's so sad. That is so sad. In the land of the promised land, they're leaving. It's so sad to me. These people are just literally destroying it all so that they can go ahead and appease the billionaires that are known pedophiles. Like the whole country is being run for the elites that have absolute disgusting habits.
And a bunch of old men that ain't gonna be here in 10
Mm-mm.
years.
No, it's really bad. It's really, really bad.
I
We
mean,
were,
they're making decisions that they don't have to live through the consequences
no,
of.
no. You and I were talking about this, and I know that this episode should probably be done here soon, because I think we're at the top of the hour already for this
Yeah,
episode. But
yeah.
I don't know if you watch. I know that you watch this, but for the people that don't watch this, you probably should go and watch this show. And it's fiction, obviously, but it's also tied into a lot of what it is that's going on right now. If you don't watch the show Lioness, I don't remember where it comes out on, but if you don't watch the show Lioness, you should.
Yeah, they're in their third season.
Yeah, they're in
When
their
they
third
get to
season.
season 3, the storyline is extremely, even though it's fiction, some of the talking points in the storyline are extremely accurate to what really is China and Russia and America, and the fighting that goes on behind the scenes,
Right,
and the intel, and the what China's ultimate goal is and what Russia's ultimate
right,
goal. Like, it really is on point. It is the script itself was written and deriven from things we actually know to be true.
right.
And when I watched the latest episode of season 3, I was like, yeah, I think I said exactly everything he just said in the video about 2 weeks ago.
That's why
Like,
I
really, I was
texted you
like,
last
wait a
night.
minute.
I'm like, and
Wait
I
a
didn't know
minute.
if you
Didn't I
did.
just say all
Right.
of
I'm
that? Like, almost word for word?
I was like 9 o'clock when I texted you last night. I'm like, do you watch? And you're like, as a matter of fact, I do. I'm like, well, I'm watching it right now. You need to go watch it. You're like, I haven't seen
And
today's
I do
episode.
the
I'm like, you
exact
need
scene
to.
that made you text me. Tell me if I'm wrong. Nicole Kidman sitting down with her old man that morning in front of the laptops.
Girl,
That was the scene, wasn't it?
That was it. That was it. And I was just like, oh my God. And immediately, girl,
I knew that was the
immediately,
scene that made you text me.
it's so funny that you knew that. But I mean, wasn't it poignant? I was just like, holy shit. Oh my God. I was just like, I couldn't even speak after that. That was insane. But if you don't watch it, you should watch it. It's good. You should watch it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You should watch it.
Watch it, wash it, whatever. Whack it.
Whatever. Just
wear
do it.
Whatever you gotta do.
Oh my
And
God.
on that, I think we're going to round out this episode. We've made it through a storm. We've
Yes,
made it
thank
through
God.
the power going out.
Right. Oh
We
my
did
God.
it.
Yeah, we did it.
And we will see you guys on the next episode of Nacho Podcast. And make sure you go check out our sponsor, Nacho Merch.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.